Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. So, happiness is a complicated and difficult thing that many people spend their entire life to pursue. It's really hard to really say exactly what happiness is or how to achieve it. But it is one of those things that everybody wants to get. It's one of those things that everybody wants to obtain. Happiness is this thing that it feels so far away and so difficult to obtain, yet we all want it, we all crave it, we all want to be happy, and I truly believe that we all deserve to be happy. Then there's this other thing where people used to say, fake it till you make it. And it might sound like a terrible idea or a terrible concept until you start thinking about it. Is there maybe something to faking till you make it in terms of happiness? Can we fake happiness? Can we fake it in such a way that we eventually kind of brainwash ourselves and then start believing that we are happy? Well, this might surprise you, but there might be something to it. There might be something to forcing ourselves to be happy. There might be something to the fact that if we keep on believing or making ourselves happy and forcing ourselves to quote unquote be happy, that it can push us into a direction where we actually become happy. Now, this might sound counterintuitive because it kind of sounds like an artificial version of happiness, but there might actually be some science that supports this theory. For example, there's this hypothesis called the facial feedback hypothesis. Essentially, the idea that putting on a smile and then feeling good afterwards is nothing new. In fact, it is a theory that has existed for quite a while. There's enough evidence to kind of support that if you force yourself to smile, that feedback will be given into your brain. And because you're kind of pushing that muscles up, feedback will be given to your brain that, hey, maybe I'm actually happy. So facial feedback hypothesis, there's something to it. And if you want, go read up on it. It's actually very interesting stuff. But just the act of smiling can lift our spirits. Even though we are not really smiling, even though it's a fake smile, there can be something in it that lifts our spirits because our brain is being tricked to think, oh, you think something's funny? Oh, you think something's making you happy? Oh, maybe I should be happy. And it goes beyond that actually, because it also has an impact on the people around us. Even though we don't want to smile, if we smile and we kind of lift the vibe, even if it's a really, really awkward smile, it can make them feel more comfortable and make them feel happy as well. And they can start smiling, which will have an impact on us. This brings me to the next point, the ripple effect. When we are positive, when we engage in positive activity, we ourselves become a little bit more positive and it has an effect on people on the outside. When we have an effect on people on the outside and we kind of make them in a better mood, we put them in a better mood, they start to be more jovial and more happy and more joyous. And this has an effect on us again because of their demeanor, we can experience that positivity. So there is an effect where if we continue to engage in positivity, we engage in just a simple act of smiling, it can have an effect on the people around us. And in turn, they have an effect on us. If you throw a stone into water, there are ripples that touch everything. And if you throw two stones at once, then the ripples will eventually go over each other. They'll collide. And that is exactly what happens with happiness. There's that collision of happiness, and it lifts our spirits, it puts us in a better mood, and it makes us more joyous. Then there's also the effect of positive self-talk. So this one sounds a little bit and a little bit grr and cringe, but here's the thing. If you're constantly going to surround yourself with negative thoughts, negative emotions, and negative thoughts about yourself specifically, then you are going to be negative. You're going to be a negative Nelly. You're not going to have a lot of fun, and it's not going to be a good time for you. But if you try and surround yourself with positive things, you try and start inside of your mind, inside of here, you try to force yourself to think more positively about yourself, about your situation. then that can have a tremendous impact on your mood, on how you perceive things, and on just general life. It can make that forced artificial smile on your face turn into a real one. And this again plays into the ripple effect because now, because we are surrounding ourselves with more positive thoughts, more positive things, more light things, it reflects outside to the outside world, to other people around us, and they become more positive, they become more jovial, they become more happy, and that then reflects into us. And we're essentially creating ourselves or creating an environment that is more positive, that is lighter, where people actually do want to smile. So, okay, great. We've talked about how acting like we're happy can actually make us happy. But where are those tips that you like to give? How can I force myself to be more happy? So I'm going to start with this one. Smile more often. Yes, I need you to smile. If you're going to smile, then first of all, that hypothesis that we talked about where if you smile, a positive thing happens in your brain is going to trigger. But if you make a habit out of smiling, you're also going to make it a little bit more positive for people around you. It's difficult to live or coexist in an environment where people are always grumpy and always negative. And if you can be the one to implement that positive change, then that's great. That's perfect. That will allow others then to start smiling as well. So number 1, smile. Number 2, positive thoughts. Positive thoughts about yourself, positive thoughts about your situation, and positive thoughts about the world can really, really help. And here I want you to just breathe and take in everything that's happening, even if it's negative, and then try to find the positive in everything. At least I am not X, Y, or Z, and at least I have this, and this. Because it's easy to go, I have so many shortcomings, nobody likes me, I have no friends. Instead of saying all of those things, rather say, well, at least I'm here. At least I have the opportunity to pursue friends. At least I have the opportunity to breathe. And start looking at little things in life. If you walk on the street and you see a flower, embrace its beauty. Embrace the fact that there is life and celebrate life. Celebrate the fact that you have the opportunity to live and to breathe and to experience life. So start with positive affirmations. Start by saying, hey, you're doing a really good job today. You really are. And even if you've only done one task, at least you've done that one task. Well done. Congratulations. You're doing fantastic. And start complimenting yourself. I think we don't pay ourselves enough compliments. I really do think that we, as people, need to start paying ourselves more compliments. Compliment yourself. Say, hey, I think that you did really well today. You only had one panic attack. Congratulations. I joke. But I do think that you really need to compliment yourself more because you're doing a phenomenal job. You really are. Well done. I think that you are doing really well. And I think that, you need to compliment yourself on the things that you are doing well. Number 3, act like you are already happy. By acting that we're already happy, eventually we'll trick ourselves into becoming more happy, which sounds a little bit toxic, but it really isn't. Here's the thing. Once you act like you're already happy, you're going to engage in activities that you like, in more positive activities, and by acting like you're happy, eventually you'll become more happy. So, act like you are more happy. Then number 4, engage in social experiences. Make your journey to happiness not one of isolation, but one of inclusion. Include people in that journey. Tell them, hey, I want to be more happy and I want you to be more happy with me. So let's be happy together. Include them in your joy. Include them in your stories. Tell them about your victories and ask them about theirs. Ask them about things that make them happy. Ask them about little victories that they've had and celebrate those victories. Make it a social thing. Engage with your friends. Engage with your peers. Engage with people around you. Even if it's just co-workers. Ask them, hey, is there something that you did that you want to celebrate? Is there something that's really good going on in your life? Share it with me. I want to know. And if they tell you theirs, then tell them, can I tell you something that's amazing that's happening in my life? And even if it's just something small, just share it with them and share the joy, share the happiness, share this journey of happiness. And then the last thing is embrace ingratitude. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for the victories that you have. Because when we embrace gratitude, we understand that I might not be where I want to be, but at least I'm not where I was. I might not be where I want to be, but look at how far I've came. Be grateful for the things that you do have. Don't overthink the things that you don't have, but be happy for what you do. At least you're able to look at a wolf on the internet on your phone or on a computer or something. There are many people in the world that doesn't have that luxury. And it might sound small and insignificant, but if you think about what you have, it really does change the perspective, or it changed the picture a lot. Because there are people that have way worse circumstances than you and me, and I can guarantee that. So be grateful for what you have. It might just aid you in your happiness. So, to finish off with the question that I had in the beginning, can we fake it till we make it? Can we be more happy by faking it? And I believe that the answer is partly true. You can force yourself to be more happy by faking it. Put on a smile, have some positive thoughts, and have a positive effect on people around you. Those things will all have a great impact on your own mental health. And this might sound strange, it might sound weird, but what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Try it just a little bit. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe it'll change your life. But that's it for this video. If you liked it, maybe like and subscribe and all of those things. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Thank you so much for looking at this video. I really appreciate it. Until next time, ciao. Thanks for watching.